yogurt, so I might have some seeds in my mouth. You might be asking, how is your week going? And all I'm gonna say is that I'm about to have my 3rd therapy session of the week. I just had some really big things. Subtilts. We have a bench. Let me show you. We literally have a bench. I have created my own at-home coffee shop. I'm literally so happy. I just thought I'd give a few little updates. My main thing of today is just to go through this email with Runner. It's so bad. Like, I'm pretty good at being organized, but I'll be so honest, Runner have literally messaged me like 4 times, like, hey girl, how you doing? Do you want to check the email? And I'm like, oh my god, yeah, anyways, I'm now reading it, so I'm literally so organized. But some really fun things in here. I don't know why I procrastinated it. They're literally saying that the location and day is available for us to basically hold a race in Australia, which is super exciting. Basically, from this email, what I've collected is that I need to start thinking about the designs for the t-shirts. So that's a fun little project that we need to start. I'm saying that with a little bit of hesitation just because, you know, when like you just want to like round up the tasks that you've been on, but then like a new task comes on and you're just like, I would love to like give my full energy to it, but right now I just have some other things going on. So that's why I'm actually like, okay, I really need to wrap some other things up right now, so I can really take it in that I'm designing my own race finisher t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really need to appreciate that, which I do. Also, for the race that we did a year ago, we sent out the bibs to everyone in the post. So like everyone got theirs, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks or 1 week before the race, and it was so fun seeing it on socials. Like, there was just suddenly an influx of like mentions on stories, and like everyone was just like tagging the picture of like the race bib, and they were like, I'm so excited it's coming, and it just made me so happy, right? So I was kind of looking forward to that, but then Runner basically let me know that like the postage will be too much, and so what they're suggesting is the day before the race to have like a pickup. And like I was like, will that take away from the buzz of like the next day? But now thinking about it, I think it'll be super fun, because when you do a marathon, you pick up the bib the day before, right? And it kind of like relaxes the nerves, it gets you excited, you realize, oh my god, I'm literally running a marathon, why are you like crapping yourself? Why are you pooping yourself? So maybe this will like help ease the nerves. Like, you turn up, you pick up a bib, you realize, oh my god, this is literally just a load of fun humans that are just running a 10k race. Like, this is super exciting. So yeah, that's basically my task for this morning, is just get back to all of the things that they've like asked for. Oh, you guys, some of you guys recommended Carmen's granola for like the cereal bars, because in my last video I said, guys, like I need like a granola bar for the post-race goodie bags. Like, let me know what you're thinking. I saw like 3 at the time, and they were like Carmen's granola bar, and I was like, oh my gosh, well, I've had those before. I just didn't think that they were like, some brands, they don't go down the avenue of social media or all of those things, right? That's normally like a big indicator to whether I can like actually get hold of a brand. Like, if they're just this brand that doesn't really do any social media things or collaborations, or you don't see them do any activations like that, they're gonna be harder to get hold of because they're not interested. So what I did was I checked out their page, and it turns out not only do they work with some creators, but more importantly, the first thing that actually like was like, okay, this can be a really good fit, they hold their own fun run every year. So they hold their own race, so they know the mojo. Like, they're out there holding their own race. I'm like, well, they're gonna know what it means to be part of a race, and the community and the vibes and all of that things. And some of you guys recommended Carmen's Kitchen, and I'd actually had their bars before, so I was like, great, I love this brand, let's go for it. Sent them a little message, just asking to see if they're interested, and I thought I would just let you know, because this is kind of the process. And then we just wait and we see if they reply, and if they do, I've asked for their email so we can get talking on there. Brownie stickers for you. Went to the beach, had a little cry, had some food, got another coffee. I'm on my period, I just had a little cry. Anyways, what am I doing? I'm solutionizing, because it's who I am. I'm creating a content, I don't want to say calendar, but kind of like a little organizer. Now, this is so weird for me. Like, out of my nearly 5 years or creating content, a content calendar has never worked for me. Never done it. There's probably been times where I dabbled with the idea of it, but like it didn't really work. I remember I used to have like a whiteboard in my house in London when I lived alone, and I would like write things on my whiteboard, but like just not that type of person. Do you know what I mean? But I've realized there needs to be a little bit of organization to it. And if I'm feeling stressed about it, organize it, you know what I mean? And then action it. Don't forget the action. I'm just like creating some columns. I'm creating a new database. I'm making little descriptions so I can be like, write what I'm thinking. Fun little backstory. When I was working with a brand from the beginning of my social media career, you know what I mean? I'm 18 years old, never done any of this in my life. And there was a lot of deliverables, do you know what I mean? There was a lot due in like months. There'd be times where I like just would completely forget or get a bit overwhelmed and not do like every single one of the requirements. So whether I missed a story or missed a post one month, but it was never really like brought up, like, oh cool, so chill. And then I remember when I went for like a renegotiation, I was like, you have to like bring the amount that you want to like renegotiate for. Like you're like, okay, well I've done this for a year, like now it's like an increase in salary. And I'm thinking like, I was like so confident. I was like, yeah, I've got this in the bag, like I've grown X amount and whatever. And then they were like, no, you weren't consistent. And I was like, what? Like my little self didn't realize that like if they didn't bring it up in the year, it doesn't mean they're not going to bring it up at the end. So if you have contracts, do stick to them, because even if you do really well in them and then you think like, okay, next year I could get an increase or I could get a little, I don't know, promotion, brands can obviously be like, well, you didn't do the one story last time, so consistency is not your thing. And I remember the year after that, I doubled down. I did not miss a month because I was like, you're not gonna do this again to me next year. So I did it. And funnily enough, it did actually get pulled up again. And then I was like, no, it hasn't. So I spent literally like so much time going through all of my accounts and I counted up all the ones. I was like, no, I did them all. And then they're like, oh yeah, okay, you can have it. So fun little backstory. I've been doing latte art for about 6 months now, and you would think that it would get better. I'm kind of seeing a swan. Oh, let's get you guys sit down. Look at this little setup. Like, oh my gosh. I really have created a coffee shop in my own home and I'm really happy about it. This is first day of civilization. It's a Monday. It's been the first day where like normality is hit, if that makes sense. Like literally so much has been going on in our little lives. And this is the first day of things going back to normal. And I'm honestly here for it. I'm here for it. Oh, the first sip is just something to be absorbed. Don't normally like doing it on camera because I feel like it takes away from the moment, but I'm gonna allow you to be in the moment on this one. Everything I could want. Midday, it's a really late start. Had a super big sleep in, just like really groggy, headache. That's why I have my electrolytes. One of those days where it's just, you know when you, yeah, you know what a Monday feels like. Today's agenda is to literally just try. Me trying is enough. I have a confession and I have an update. Which one do we want to go for first? Let's go for a confession. It's not really a confession. It's just that like, I've taken way longer a break off running than I thought. Now, I think it has been everything it's needed to be. It's really not that deep taking a long time off running. And I really delved into the no running life. Like it was relaxing, calm. I'm very like chilled out in my body. I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm literally just like, since the Hawaii marathon, which was literally like nearly 4 months ago, I just haven't been running as much. No, I actually stopped running because basically last year I did 4 marathons in 9 months. And then after the Hawaii marathon, which was the 4th one of the 9 months, I just was pooped. Like it was like burnout, but like delayed burnout, which I think is the whole thing of burnout. Is at the time you don't necessarily realize it. And then when you stop, you literally feel like you've been hit by a ton of bricks. And it took me way longer to recover than I thought it would take. I don't know why I thought it was gonna take just maybe like a month or like 3 weeks or like 5 weeks or maybe 6 weeks pushing it, but it literally has been like 4 months. And like, that's chilling. And I think something that I would love to share, whether that be personal life, whether that be career, whether that be financials, whether it be exercise or like performance, you have to have seasons. Like, there's a book that I have and it always says we believe we have to be in constant growth and harvest. So we want to see things doing really well and then we want to harvest it, whether that's earn more money, whether that's hit a new PB. But they said, where is the rest? So I guess what I'm trying to explain is it's okay to go through seasons with running too. And I really needed that time to rest. And what I've learned from the last year is you're gonna have to give yourself more rest in between these, like, well, I was just doing marathon block off marathon block, because if you don't, you're gonna need a huge run at the back end. I've had that with work as well. I used to just constantly, like, I didn't stop. Like, I was just constantly working. Not spend time with family and friends. I would not socialize. I would just work all the time. And then last year, I went the complete other way and I actually, like, I don't want to say stopped working, but like, there was a good chunk of time when I first moved to Australia where like I would not work at all. And I was obviously very privileged to be able to do that. Because I didn't give myself rest for so long and like in between in small doses, it had to come all at once. I think it will be kind of fun to get back into running, but just not take it to the extreme that I did last year. And yes, there might be other people that are doing more than me and can easily keep it up. I don't care. You know, we're all different. I don't have to do what you can do. You might not be able to do what I can do. Blah, 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 blah. It's all about personal experience, personal life. It's all about you. Oh, and then we carry on with my story. So I kind of just assumed that I would slowly get back into it. I'll be real. I just thought that you would start, like I thought I would just start running. The other day, I was on my period, so like, you know, emotions were high, feelings were whatnot. Feelings were feelings. I just did not understand how people get motivated. And you might be like, but Anna, I didn't expect that from you, because I've always been quite a motivated person with like sport and stuff. I just recently like almost lost my reasoning to why do you move? Because if you don't have a why, then you know, I don't know, like it used to be just such an instinct part of me, but now there's an element, because I've come so out of routine with it. I like, what do people do? What do you guys do? I've never been in this position. Like, thinking about it now, when you are training, like when you're in the moment and you're in a really good like running training block or whatnot, or you're feeling good, I know and I can remember that there's nothing that beats it. You want to continue to do this for the rest of your life, because when you start running well, it feels so good that like it just keeps that fire. And I think what I've done is I've just poured a load of water on that fire, and then I've just got some like sticks and ash. And I'm like, how do I like reignite this fire, but in like a healthy way? Because I don't want to do anything like, you know, it's not really where I'm at anymore. I'm in like a crossroad phase where I'm like, maybe it's not about thinking about it or figuring out why, like what you want to do or why you want to do it or whatnot. Maybe it's just doing it. Like, because you know you feel good doing it, and even though right now I don't understand that feeling, I can slightly remember it. I think what I'm trying to say is I'm not going to wait for the perfect moment anymore. I'm actually just going to do it. If I don't like it, then I'll stop. But I want to try again, because I really do love running. I'm just out of sync with it. So what are we going to do about it? I thought, right, why don't you get on a plan? Like, I always hear people like, oh, you should get on a plan, whatever. I've only ever been on a plan really to train for a race. Now it seems like the perfect, it's almost like the solution has been there for so long and I just haven't realized it. My answer to all my problems is I'm gonna start a running plan. Oh my God, I'm on 1%. Obviously I've talked about my race, so I am gonna be doing a 10K race, and that is gonna be the only race I do this year, which I'm actually so excited for. So basically I need to time it that I get a full 10K block before the race, which the app will work out, and then whatever time I have between now and then, I'm gonna be on like I don't know, a general fitness plan. Also, some of you may or may not know, but I've worked with Runner for years, and I'm actually an investor in the app. So I actually own a small part of this app, which is so weird when we think about it. Right, so we start the 10K on the 12th of May. And like, honestly, when you look at it, it's actually so, not achievable, but they're just so good, right? So this is the app, and it will say like, week 1, 12th of May, you know, you're gonna do a 6-kilometer run and then a long run of 6.5. And then it just like basically builds it up for you. And then you'll see that your long run has gone to 8. And then it will go back down to 5 because that will be a deload week. And then it will go up to 9 and then up to 10 and then 11 and then 12 and then deload week. The founders of the app, they're so cool. So we got Ben and we got Dom, right? Dom is like this computer wizard and Ben is this running geek. Now, they might have a little bit of each. Like, I know Dom is into his running and I'm not here to give the whole runner story. Like, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Ben is like insane at running, like Ironman, marathons, every race, everything. Like, honestly, everything. So he's putting this information. And then you've got this like guy who like can create apps and do things. And then it's blah, 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 blah. Made a running app. So we're gonna take 12th of May. We're now gonna start a new plan and then come back to this. Oh, and this is such a cool update, right? They have something called add holiday, which they never used to have. And so if you go on holiday, you can add a holiday and it will change it. So you might be able to say like, can't go on a long run, or it's super hot and way too hilly. Or you might be like, I've got no hills and my training says hills, and it will just like change it for you. You go here and you press start a new plan. Beep, bop, boop. I think I need to do the get fit. So then the questions start happening, right? So I'm gonna pick intermediate, and then we need to put in our current race time. If my PB for a 5K is 22 minutes 30, I'm gonna be lenient with myself and say 27 minutes for a 5K at the moment. So then it says, how many days per week do you wanna do it? And I'm gonna go for 3. And then basically, if you're not free to run on any days, you can tell the app, but I'm always free. Look, I'm happy to start today. I'm gonna go custom end date because my plan starts the 12th of May. So that'll be a little bit of a crossover. And let's do the 11th. My plan is ready. So these are my runs this week. Take it in. But yeah, if you guys do wanna try the Runner app out, I have a code that gives you a 2-week free trial. So dabble with it, play with it, do 2 weeks of the plan, and then just like, and then if it's not for you, you can just cancel it, right? I think we should all start 10K training on the 12th of May. I'm just putting it out there. Do what you want with it, but that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna love and leave you because I could just yap for Australia today. Literally like, I'm not gonna say the unfortunate theories of events, but you know that book where just like things keep happening. I've had a few things going on recently that, you know, muddling with the head. I'm okay, but you know, like life's life and no one's doing life without things going on, and sometimes things are going really well and sometimes things aren't, and that's okay. And I'm being real with where I'm at right now. I journaled for like 10 minutes and then I got emotional and then I distracted myself. And you know, it's fine, doing the best we can do. I do have a call in 15 minutes and I did want like half an hour to prep for the call, and I have 2 back to back, so I wanted to prep for both. I have 4 calls today, and then my 4th call is not business, it is therapy, so love you. Okay, I'm just about to join the call. 1 minute to go. I pretty much did it. Honestly, it wasn't too hard. I think it was more of a mental thing for me to feel prepared rather than actually there needing to be a lot of preparation done. Because all I have to really do is just speak from the heart. We did it. I got 3 minutes to spare till my next call. Got out of bed like 5 minutes ago. I have a class to get to. I'm going to Pilates. Look at my cute little outfit. So yesterday I really struggled to be in the house and edit on my phone because, as I said, I turn my phone off regularly, or I don't know if I cut that out, but I turn my phone off regularly so when my phone is on and then I try to sit on the sofa and edit, like, that's not normally what you do. Like, you casually go on your phone while you're on the sofa or something, right? Or when you're in your own home. So it's pretty hard to make that switch. Whereas when I'm working from home on my laptop, I'm like, I'm working. Anyway, so what I have to do is I have to change my environment. So I have phone editing to do because I have some content to create for like the furniture that we got. And I have not had like to submit content. Maybe like 2 years ago I did it once or twice. Rarely submit. Don't wanna see I don't wanna. Guess who feels like absolute poop? Me. You know when you're really in need of like kind of week, you know when it's like, oh, that was my week, like that, this is my jam, like, you know, I need one of those weeks. I'm my future self and I'm just letting you know that your week is next week. Like the week I'm in, it's your jam, everything's going well, amazing, like just hold on girl, you're doing a really good job. However, I need to have a bit of perspective and realistically there's a lot going up in here, but actually like, I'm safe. I have a roof over my head, I'm okay. It doesn't mean that this is okay, but like, just to tell myself, you know what I mean? Anyways, I was going down on a tangent, bring it back to the present moment. No idea what I'm gonna do. It's 2:30 p.m, I feel so lost. I think my day's over at 2:30. It's raining, it's pouring. Guys have done a really good step. I've got changed out my pajamas. You know, I did do a few things to look after myself, and that is what I've learned to be the trick of when you feel down. And it's quite conflicting because when you feel down, you don't want to do anything to be nice to yourself. In fact, you don't know how to, and it's really, really hard. But it's about recognizing, okay, shit, I'm feeling really down, what can I do? And a lot of the time I'll get myself in a twist because I expect myself to go do the thing that like is actually one of the hardest things. So like people will think, well, get on a run or do this or go outside. Sometimes that's too hard. Like you have to really start small. And it's about building up a big toolkit of things that make you feel good. And sometimes that is going outside. But like today it's raining, so what does one do? Do you know what I mean? It sets you off balance. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't do the thing that makes me feel good. So it's about doing small things. So like today was cooking, and I had electrolyte in here. I had my electrolyte and creatine, so like just small little layering things. The fact that I got changed, amazing. Make myself a matcha. Anyways, this is how dodgy my matcha making is because I'm making it with an electric whisk. This is not the authentic way to make it, and I want to be authentic. Oh, also, guess what I had for lunch? The viral hot beef honey beef bowl. I don't tend to, I think the last trending meal I made was do you remember the feta tomato bake that was in lockdown? I had sweet potatoes and I had beef and I really wanted to like get into cottage cheese because I don't normally like cottage cheese. So I did it all and I made it and I ate it. That little clink-a-dink, that's what we like. Do you want to know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some nice, gentle Notion. Yeah. The back end of Notion gives me dopamine. I don't know why, I just love making like systems and automations and like I just love that side of things. It's so much fun and it's really gentle, you know what I mean? And it's kind of the work that when you have so much going on, like you don't have time to just like play around on Notion for a few hours, do you know what I mean? Unless you make it. I'll pick an area where it doesn't seem very organized at the moment and I'll just like do some revamp. The thing that I had stressed myself over so much is literally so chill. Like I stressed myself out so much for that. Bless me. That felt good, guys. I feel like I can accomplish anything. to my Notion where when I started with Notion, I would like, I don't know, make new pages and make new parts, and then you don't end up using them. Whether that wasn't practical, whether you kind of forget about it and then you start somewhere else. And normally it's like, there's a few parts on my Notion where I thoroughly use every time it works for me. And then there's quite a few pages that, you know, I made at the beginning of them, we just don't use them anymore. Weirdly, it feels really like weird to delete any of them, but I thought I would just show you so you understand, not say you understand, but like, so you just see that like, nothing's always successful the first time. Like I literally start things and then it didn't go anywhere. I set up this little like projects Notion, and then look, I made cute little things, but guess what? Like that's all that's in it. Marketing strategy, nothing. But you know, cute of me, because this is the girl who now has like a functioning Notion that is working for her. I haven't really had the, I don't want to say had the time, but like it hasn't really been a priority for me to go back into half of my Notion that doesn't work for me, because I'm kind of just like, let's use the things that do work and just focus on that. But there is an element of like, I need a bit of a deep clean. Do you know what I mean? I need to get rid of this junk. And I saw this new update on Notion where you can have one task list of all the different databases you have on Notion. And I have quite a few databases, and I find myself like, I'll focus on one and then I'll forget about another, and then it's like, oh shit, something was due. But because they're on different databases, you have to click into each one. Whereas there's this update where if it's due today, it will all go into your list. So I could have like personal admin go in there. I could have tasks that like my assistant, aka my best friend, give me. Me and Luke, I've just made me and Luke a Notion list so we can keep on top of things. So that's what I'm doing. I'm clearing out. The whole message was like, it's better to try and things don't work out, and then you go try again and then it works for you, than not try at all. Nothing's a waste of time. Like if I didn't go down an alleyway of creating really cute pictures on a little dashboard for my homepage, I wouldn't have made everything else, because you don't just get to like always learn the things that are the best for you. You have to learn A, B, C, D to realize only C and E was helpful. No, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, and then the more you learn, you realize, yeah, I don't need to, you know what I mean? It is 2:42. I got my matcha. It's Friday. Do you know how good I feel, the fact that I did my run this morning? I literally feel on top of the world. Made some really cool systems. And I think this is gonna really help my content in a way of like managing my brand account, which is on the Run Club. I mistakenly thought that running a brand account would be the same as running a personal account, like your own, and it's just not. Like, genuinely humbled through this process. Like, you need, why is my camera out of charge? You do need plans, and because I'm so like, ew, I don't like plans for content because I like everything to be natural, it does mean that like 2 months go by and I'm like, oh my god, I have not posted on my Run Club account, even though I work on the behind the scenes of the brand every single day. I've created a system where this is going to help me, so I'm excited, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Go on then, it's a Saturday. Literally had such a good day. Went and met some new friends. They're a couple, and we went to a coffee shop and we sat down and had 2 coffees each, and we sat there for like 2 hours and a half. It was crazy. We just chat. It's been rainy, like really rainy, like more rain than Cyclone Alfred, I think. I got a parcel and I wanted to open it with you because this is my first official parcel since being signed, because I signed it recently. Okay, we need to reenact what we just did because it was purely for our own moments, but now I want to share it with you. I signed a deal with CSB. I'm wearing CSB. I wear it every day. I wear it every day for the last 10 months. Well, maybe 9 months. Literally, since I moved to Australia, I've been wearing these beautiful little sets, and I just signed with them. So it's literally been a year since I've been signed. for a clothing partnership. I left a company a year ago and I spent a year trying to find what I love to wear, not anything else but what I love to wear. I like to wear. Just thought I'd open it with you. Look how polite you are. You're such a little golden retriever. You're actually... I'd say you're more of a Doberman. Greyhound.
You're a little Jack Russell.
Tell you that, I'm not a Jack.
You are a Jack Russell.
I'm not a Jack Russell.
Maybe a pug.
I want to be a Dalmatian. Oh my god, I love this. I love these tops. I wore one of these today. I like the fact that it's a little bit higher up. Oh my god, this is the most perfect timing for my gym era. That back is really quite cute. More of these tops with a scoopy back. My god. Fold over shorts. I literally have fold over shorts on. Like, I love fold over shorts. They're like soft. My electrolytes and creatine, 5th day in a row. 5th day in a row having creatine, yep. Oh, I had this really good thing when we were coming out the gym and we were driving back. I was like, Luke, I have a realization. He was like, what is that, Anna? And I was like, when you're in it, you're in it. And when you're out, you're out. And what I mean by that is, for example, let's say you're a runner, you're in your running journey, you're enjoying your runs, you're loving the long runs, you're loving run clubs, you're loving running with friends, you love going for a morning run and then getting a coffee. When you're in it, when you're in the midst of training for running, whatever that may be, you're in it. You love it, you know why you love it, you understand why other people love it, you're in it. When you're out of it and you're not in the routine of running, you don't feel strong running, you run like every now and then, you're not properly engrossed in the sport, you'll look at other people doing it and like not quite understand, like, okay, cool, good for you, you've got another long run, you don't get it. But when you're in it, you understand that feeling, it doesn't beat it, right? Take that to gym as well, right? When you're out of it, like, you're out of it. Like, you don't really know that feeling that people are getting from it. You don't really understand, like, you're like, oh, great, you enjoy going to the gym, but you don't really understand it. You're like, good for you, I don't really care. When you're in it, you suddenly understand why everybody else likes going to the gym and like spending an hour and a half there. It's so much fun. Like, we went for coffee and then we went to the gym and like, I'm so excited to go to the gym and then coffee. All of these exciting opportunities. Like, oh, when you're in it, you're in it. So when you're out of it, it's about thinking, okay, is this like a decision? Do I want to be out of it? Am I taking a break? Which is absolutely fine, that's what I do. But when you want to be part of something, sometimes you do have to maybe like go against the grain a little bit. You have to turn up to the gym. You have to maybe go on one more run or start a plan, or do you know what I mean? Or whatever. And then you'll be like, oh my God, you're like invited to a secret world that everybody enjoys. Do you know what I mean? But there's no pressure to enter it. I'm just saying, when you're out of it. And when you're in it. Anyways, look how adorable that looks. Well, good morning. Okay, fine. I'll show you my outfit. Ah! It's a two-piece. How is Anna? Anna is well. Anna's had her ups and downs. But overall, actually, like, I've been pretty good at picking myself up each time. I wanted to tell you about something that I've been sharing on my stories recently on Instagram. It's been really nice to like take people along the journey of like getting back into running, because I feel like, as I've said, when you're out of it, you're out of it. When you're in it, you're in it. And it's like, okay, but what about the process from going out to in? Do you know what I mean? I just want to take you through that. It's been very, very nice to share, and just like, everyone's so excited, and I don't know, the vibes are good. Guys, I did my first week of the plan, and at the moment I'm doing 3 runs, 1 strength one. What I like to do is I like to set the bar here so I can reach it, right? And so if I made my first week like 3 workouts, like not running, but like gym workouts, what about when I come onto my period? What if I don't complete them? Am I gonna feel like a failure? No, because I'm not doing that to myself. Do you know what I mean? 1 strength running focused workout a week for the next 7 weeks, no matter what. If I want to do more, I can do more. I did a sunset Sunday run yesterday, and I'm so proud. I feel so accomplished. And you want to know what my plan is today for work? Edit you. edit this vlog that you've been watching. You're on the phone with your girlfriend, she's upset. She's going off about something that you said. She doesn't get your humor like I do. Now I'm gonna edit you. I feel like I've come on leaps and bounds. I think it's just an accumulation of decisions, actions, changes in mindset and new ideas that has allowed me to feel like this. And I do think it's amazing how so suddenly your reality can change and you can go from feeling stuck or feeling stagnant or not feeling your best to suddenly feeling everything opposite to that. So what has helped? Overall, getting back into running and gym has really, really helped. Again, still not doing anything cray-cray, just slowly building it up, doing the 3 runs a week. I went to the gym, I think 2 or 3 times last week. It's just been slowly building, which is really, really good. So that's been a really good pillar. Another really, really good pillar has been socializing. Like genuinely getting myself out, being around more women, laughing, having fun, having beach days, that has really helped. And as someone who finds it very easy to, I'm a homebody, and I will work each day on my laptop and whatnot. It was actually about a week ago when I admitted to my therapist, I'm not feeling completely fulfilled in my days right now. I feel like there is just such a big gap in the day and I just stay in the same room. Like I literally work in this room, I live, breathe everything in this room. And I just told her, I was like, I just don't think this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Like I understand it's part of the process, but I think this is making it harder for me to reach my dreams, or not making it harder, but it's just not the place where I'm thriving at the moment. And I've had some really exciting ideas / things that might happen, which I'm gonna talk to in my next video. In fact, it might even be like a whole video of basically like a project I'm doing, which is super exciting. So I'm gonna have to leave that one because I don't wanna jinx anything. But since having this new project / idea, whatnot, it's just made me feel so excited and happy to do everything, and it's also made me rethink a few things about my On The Run brand. It's taken me a while to become really aware of this situation, and it's only happened within the last week, but I think it's slowly been building up to it. But long story short, I think I found it harder to resonate with my own brand. I think I've grown a little bit in myself, and so I don't connect as much with the image that I've created with my brand. I think there's a little bit of a gap of who I'm becoming, who I want to be, who I am, with, as I said, the image I've created. I think what that potentially could be, and my best friend's mum actually said this to me because I was telling my friend Amelia, like, are these feelings weird? Like, I don't really know what's going on. And her mum literally came on the call and she was like, Anna, I really think you should make the changes to your branding or your business, because if you're feeling these things, a lot of your community could be feeling these things. And that thing is going from a girl to a woman. And I was like, okay, but yeah, like I did not even think about that. And so as I go through this little change, I guess, in my life, I want to take you guys along with me. I'm not dropping anyone, I'm not leaving anyone. I'm going, this is who I'm evolving into. And I want my brand to mirror that. And I think it is so important to be a little bit of everything as a woman. Be fun, be playful, be gentle, be all of those things. But I want to be bold, I want to be powerful, I want to be fast, dynamic, strong. I want to be a boss woman. And I feel like I want to create room for that in my brand as well, because I think so far it's been very like cutesy, girly, which I love, okay? But there's more than one side to me. And so I'm gonna try and rebrand OTR a little bit, and I want to take you guys through that journey because it's so freaking scary. It can't just be me and my phone anymore. I'm having to find photographers, videographers, graphic designers, people to help me, and some really exciting things have basically happened this week since I've changed my mind on a few things, and I'm just excited to take you along with it. I've also been looking after myself a lot better. Like, my skin has cleared up, and I think I was just stressing myself out and staying indoors way too much. Genuinely, I think sometimes you just need to get out, socialize, have a giggle with a friend. And so My next video will be announcing my new project, if it happens. If it doesn't, then just look past it, but otherwise I think it will. So thanks so much for watching this video. I love you. I hope you're feeling okay, and if you're not, hopefully this can be a little bit of love, inspiration. I don't know, I really believe in you, and look after yourself a lot. So have the best week.